Hi, I'm Emily Wilson. Today I'm going to talk to you about active listening. So let's think about, why is listening so important? Well, studies have shown that 40% of the average worker's day is listening, yet comprehension is only at 25%. So you're working for just under half of the workday, but you're only retaining a quarter of what you're hearing. And then also, 2/3 of employees feel that management is not listening to them. So some interesting quotes I thought we could talk about is Cicero: God gave us two ears and only one mouth. In the view of the way that we use these, it is a good thing it is not reversed. And then Carl Rogers, who is a renowned psychologist and is known for his humanistic views on psychology, says that the biggest block to personal communication is the inability to listen intelligently, understandingly, and skillfully to another person. One thing that I thought one thing that I thought was really interesting and plays to the importance of listening is Manning and Curtis in their book, The Art of Leadership, 5th edition, where they say hearing and paying attention to another as an expression of respect. That's what listening is. An effective means of raising the psychological size of others, liberating their energies, and leading them to higher levels of achievement. How powerful is that definition? I mean, that tells you right there how important listening is. So if you think about active listening, what is active listening? Well, it's participatory listening. Your mind processes at a rate of 500 words a minute, but we only talk at a rate of 125. In the meantime, your brain's going while you're listening to somebody speak. What can we do to engage and utilize that extra time? So Ralph Nichols has 10 principles of effective listening. The first one is capitalizing on thought speed, um, anticipating what the speaker means and what they're going to say, mentally summarizing exactly what they are saying in your own words, weighing the evidence that they're speaking of. Taking a few notes actually is really a good idea. It raises your comprehension level by 20% when you take notes. Listening between the lines, listening for, and then under listening for ideas, you look at the relationship that the ideas are meeting with what the speaker is trying to convey. Another way to listen effectively is to reduce emotional deaf spots. So there's words that are said by people who are speaking that trigger emotionally and cause your mind to actually wander. Um, and if the best way to combat that is to think about those words and which ones are triggers for you and to recognize them, and that can help you to dissuade the emotional response that comes from those words. Also, find an area of interest in what the speaker is saying. What can you use out of what they're saying? Judge content, not delivery. So, it's easy to judge somebody who's standing up and speaking, but really think about what they're saying and try and remember to think about what they're saying, not just how they look. Another one is hold your fire. Now, holding your fire means stop thinking about what you're going to say next and really think about what they're saying and participate in listening to what they're saying instead of going off into your own mind about constructing your own response. Another way to listen effectively is to work at it. It's like a job. It takes time, and perfecting anything takes practice. And if you really work at listening, you can improve your listening skills. Another way is to resist distractions. A lot of times, because we think so quickly, we get into quick ideas and then it'll take you off on a tangent of thought, and then you haven't even heard what the speaker has just said. So another way is to hear what is actually said. A lot of times we don't want to hear some things that are negative, so we tune them out effectively. So just try to remember to hear exactly what is said. And then the last one is to challenge yourself. Put yourself out there in positions where you have to actively listen. And the more you do this, the more you will be good at this. So in conclusion, listening carefully can inspire trust in your employees, and it is imperative to convey that trust. I hope I've given you some great skills to use to listen effectively, and hopefully that 40% of your time that you've utilized during work for listening is more effective and has greater output. Have a great day.